Hello, my name is Martyr, and this is Let's Play Datajack, and thank you for watching. Datajack is a cyberpunk stealth RPG game, guys. Now, obvious quick comparisons are going to be games like Shadowrun Returns, Deus Ex to a certain extent, guys. However, keep in mind that this game was developed by one developer, guys. There's only one guy making this game. So while it has some really cool complexities and neat mechanics and features, it's not as graphically enhanced as some of those other titles I just mentioned. It's rather a simple looking pixel game. Now, according to its IndieDB page, guys, it released in October 2013, but it's been in development, from what I understand, for like 4 years, quite a while. It was developed and published by Epic Banana Software, perhaps better known as Arshaw. You can go ahead and get Datajack on Desura for completely free, guys. And I'd say that is the best price of all. There's no risk involved. You can go ahead and play the game. If you don't like it, well, you didn't really lose anything other than maybe a couple hours, the most. Really quick, guys, I just want to give a shout out because this game was actually requested of me to check out by a subscriber under the handle of Rasta. So he actually suggested me to play this game and check it out. So I want to give him a quick shout out, say thanks for suggesting titles. Guys, remember, I'm always taking suggestions, always listening to you guys. If you think there's a cool indie game out there, you want me to check it out, just go ahead and shoot me a message, and that may happen. Now, this game has many similar themes to Shadowrun and other cyberpunk universes, guys. There's mega corporations have taken over the world, and you're not a runner, but basically you're a hacker who's working for money, gathering information, the most precious resource there is. And you do jobs, and you have guns, and you have to be stealthful, and it has all those really good elements you would want from a cyberpunk game. It has a lot of lore to it too. There's quite a bit of writing that went into this game. Now we're going to go ahead and start off with the options, of course. Now, this is where things are going to start getting a little bit weird. There isn't as many options as I would like. Matter of fact, there isn't really that many control of the resolution for that matter either. This game, it's simple. It's simply designed. It's simple looking, but it has a lot of neat ideas in it. I would love to see, I'm going to put this forward right now, I'd love to see this game get a freaking Kickstarter going, because I think this game has a lot of potential. The developer has a lot of cool ideas. He just needs to take the game to the next level and just make it a little bit more graphically enhanced. And I think that would be really neat if this game just got a Kickstarter. But for the purpose of this video, yeah, there is no resolution control as much. There's basically, you can play it in windowed mode, which apparently its resolution is at 640 by 480. And then if you basically play it on full screen, it just kind of stretches it out over your monitor. It's not the world's greatest thing. There's 3 difficulties, as you can see: easy, normal, and hard. There's a sound slider. You can also just turn the sound off. The tutorial is very in-depth, I will say that much. The tutorial right here, it does a really good job of explaining to you how to play the game and all that good kind of stuff, guys. So we're going to go ahead and we'll just hit new game, because the new game basically, it doesn't necessarily, it gets more complex as you get deeper into the game. From what I understand, there's 30 missions in the game, and I imagine as you get deeper into these missions, they're going to have a lot more complexity, a lot of different objectives, as it were. But for the most part, the game does have a really good, easy way of showing you what to do from the get-go. So there's my little guy right there, that little black dude in a black trench coat who kind of looks like a flasher. That's our guy, and this is his apartment. This is your place. This is where you're going to be launching your missions from, as it were. And there's a lot of things that you can do here before launching a mission. But we launch a mission right here at this particular keyboard, but we can also change our layout. We can save by going to bed. We can also go over here and use the toilet, because we should also wash our hands. Always wash your hands, kids. So let's talk about what you're looking at right here. On the top of the screen, there's quite a bit of little information, little bars and all that. That is actually kind of like a representation of my inventory screen, my equipment, all that good kind of stuff. It also tells me if I can interact with something. The health I have, which you can see, which is at 100%. The feed, which basically tells you kind of what's going on, like if you successfully hacked something, if an alarm was triggered, etc., etc. Also, to the right of that, also is kind of this noise meter or visibility meter. Basically, depending on what you are, where you're doing, you can actually be. It's a stealth game, so you want to be hiding. You want to hide behind objects. You can actually crawl under tables, as you can see right here, and you can see my visibility is kind of shifting. But if I were to crawl out from under the tables, as you can imagine, it would go up. That'd be an 100% visibility possibility. Also, if I run around by just holding the shift bar and By the way, this game doesn't feature any controller support. It's mostly just play with the keyboard and mouse. You can see that I'm making noise as I run over the carpet. If I run over something that's a little bit more dense, or like, let's say, metal, that noise meter is going to, you know, get really jacked up. So always need to keep in mind what it is you're running over when you're trying to avoid detection, which is a huge aspect of this game, is stealth. I also have a gun. Apologies, guys, the game crashed. Apparently it does not like my recorder one bit. But like I was saying earlier, I have a gun right here in my inventory. There's a total of 28 guns in the game, and all of them are modifiable. You can actually add like silencers to them and make them do different kinds of things. And you can actually buy those, of course, with the credits that you earn, or cash, whatever it's called in this game, from doing missions, of course, guys. There's also different screens right here, like you have your info screen. I think this basically just shows you your hacking device. I'm not really sure what that particular screen is for. Well, actually, this shows you the version of your computer right here. Also, the files that you've collected, you can also sell those off. This shows you basically the overall amount of cybernetic enhancements that you've gotten on your character. Yes, there's cybernetic enhancements to your eyes, your arms, all the whole place, and that can affect your stats, which you can check out right there on the screen right there. You can see it affects your stealth meter, your accuracy, your defense, your speed. All sorts of cool stuff here for you guys to check out. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and do one of the missions. And again, this is really early on, so there's not going to be as much perhaps complexity as there normally is when you're doing missions later on. You have like your really fleshed out hacker. You have a lot of different upgrades. You can definitely kind of make the hacker that you want, depending on the play style you want to play. If you want to do things stealthily, you can try to do things stealthily. If you want to just go and be a brutal killer, you might have a more difficult time with certain missions here and there. Really cool thing though is you can kind of click on missions. You can see that this mission is being provided to us by Elf. I'm not going to do any of the reading right here, but yeah, basically it's kind of like a little bit of back lore on each of the factions. It tells you a little bit something about them. Apparently there's 3 major factions in the game with 3 different endings. I'm guessing determining by who you do missions for the most. Probably determines the ending if I had to guess. It also tells you basically how much rewards you're going to get, how much property damage can happen in that mission, how many civilian deaths are allowed, how many total deaths are allowed, I guess. General chaos, what you're probably going to get from that mission, so it is credits, by the way. And then you can, of course, click on mission details, and that basically tells you the overall goal of the mission. This particular mission, all we have to do is just rob this burger place. I've done it a couple of times, tried it different ways just to see what I can accomplish. And you'll see what I mean in a bit. So let's go ahead and hit accept. It's going to send us right to that mission. I forgot to mention that you could change your loadout before accepting a mission. Like if you want to grab a new gun or you want to change something out. So as you can see right here, we're basically on the bottom right of the screen. Our objective is somewhere inside of this building, which we can actually kind of see what's inside the building. Kind of by like running under its shade, running behind it, by the way. So it's basically, like I said, we have 2 objectives. We have to rob the cash registers and rob the safe in the back. So we have to find ways to do that. Well, we have to use our hacking tools. Now the buttons basically are pretty simple. You have Q and E basically. Q, E, and F pretty much are the buttons you're going to be pressing 90% of the time when you're playing this game. So I actually switched to my hacking device. I'm actually hacking this ATM right now just to get some quick extra cash. We're just a low-B hacker. We're just getting started in the hacking world, as it were. So we want to gather as much friggin' cash as humanly possible. So we got about 171 credits, which kind of sucked. I actually got more last time. Now this is where things get a little bit weird, guys. There's a little clipping issues right here. Like I can hack this door even though I'm not anywhere near it. There's just little issues like this kind of all over the game. I kind of get stuck on walls a lot. And this is where the graphics I feel like are holding the game back a little bit. It's just like, for instance, it's for a stealth game, sometimes it's really hard to predict where certain characters are going to see you from. Like that guy wandering around back there, that's a guard. If he were to spot me doing something nefarious, he would pull out his gun and start shooting at me, and then I'd get into a gunfight, which I don't really want to do. But it's just sometimes it makes it a little bit difficult to kind of determine where it is you're supposed to move, hide from and move behind very particular kind of objects. I can, by the way, press the control button here to activate a crouch, which also lowers my visibility. I forgot to mention that. So now we're inside the building. We're going to try to hide from this guy. We don't want to get spotted by him again. So we're going to just kind of watch his routine here. And while we're here, we're going to start hacking the safe, start getting money out of that, hopefully. Again, completing one of our objectives. Now, if he were to see me doing this, he'd probably get a little bit alarmed, call his guard buddies, and then come over here and kick my ass. But, because I kind of just stealthed around him, we can just ignore that guy. You can also basically check out computers, basically see what kind of information there is out there. I don't know what that particular object is in the back left right here. It kind of looks like a fryer or a copy machine or something. I don't know, but all it says is a hack is a failed, hack is impossible. So I'm not really going to worry about it. But as you can see, by the way, we're generating a lot of noise walking on this metal floor back here. So we got to be very careful. Now, occasionally you might see something that looks like an exclamation point. Oh, hey, you've been spotted. Well, that basically just lets you know that you're being detected. It doesn't necessarily affect like your mission score. It will tell you basically if you get spotted, how many times you got spotted at the end of the mission. But basically, you just have to kind of keep an eye out for those exclamation points because they let you know that, hey, you've been detected, or hey, that person heard something. It's kind of like Metal Gear almost. So again, we're just going to be robbing these registers. Now, there is an alarm attached to these registers. I don't know how to deactivate them. I searched this entire level. There might be a way to do it, but I have no idea how to do it. But that is one aspect to Datajack, which is really neat, guys. Is that the fact is that there's multiple ways to accomplish your goals. I could have gone in here through the front door, guns a-blazing, killed the 2 guards, and just gotten my money and gotten out. Screw the civilians. I don't have to deal with them. Or I could just, try it like a way I did, which is kind of like stealthing around and taking things. So basically, we'll activate the alarm. There's going to be a little bit of trouble now. This guard's going to start coming for me. He just shot at me. He missed. I'm going to run. I've been shot in the ass. Oh my god. He took some health off. But basically, we accomplish our goals. It's going to give us like a little exit zone here, which is that little blue marker right there. And it's going to tell us how we did after we completed the mission, of course. With a little, like I said, a little log to basically tell you how, from the contractor, I guess. Like I said, there's a lot of bit of lore here for you to read. There's a lot of bit of universe to chew on. I will say that it is well written. It has a lot of lore to this universe that they created here. Basically, it's going to tell you how you basically did. If you did any property damage, if you killed anybody, how many times you got spotted. As you can see, I got like spotted 12 times. And again, I wasn't really trying to do anything too remarkable there. I was just trying to show you guys the games. It's going to tell you total credits that I got for this mission as well, which is a total of 900 total, which is pretty freaking sweet. Let us know that we basically completed the mission, and now we can go ahead and grab another mission if we wanted to, and head out to another area. And with all of them basically all having some sort of missions like hack this or shoot that guy, all sorts of different kinds of crazy missions. This is basically right here is a weapons locker. You can see what different things you have in here. You can store things in there. Like I said, you could save at this bed. It kind of brings up this giant screen though, so I don't want to do that. It's very old school style saving, to be honest with you. And then when you basically walk outside your apartment, you're basically presented with the world. Well, as you can see, for instance, my health is at 59%. I got shot in the buttocks. You can also talk to random people on the street. They don't really do much. They're just hanging out there drinking their Starbucks, I guess. But yeah, I got shot in the buttocks. And I have 59% health. So I'm going to have to go to the clinic and get that fixed up, obviously. Because if I don't want to go into the next mission with like really ridiculously low health. So we basically go to the clinic, and we have a lot of different things that we can do here at the clinic. We can obviously get healed up, which is what we're going to do. I also like the kind of fact that tells you what happened to you. Apparently, 2 bullets broke my leg and broke my ribs. Damn, that guy is like major monster bullets. But again, you can also come here and get those little cybernetic upgrades I was talking about. Basically, I can go ahead and say, oh, okay, well, I want cybernetic legs 1. I want arms 1. I want a torso 1. Going all the way up to 10.0. And basically can get different kinds of, materials placed inside of our body, which looks like it's really friggin' expensive. We can also, of course, upgrade our eyes and different things like that. Of course, we're not going to do any of that right now because we're kind of broke. But I just wanted to show you that you can get that done here in this little hub world right here. This is how you're basically going to be doing all your upgrading, all your weapons gathering, and all that good kind of stuff, guys. You also have gun shop, obviously, here. You can go in here. Yeah, I want some guns. He's got some, what is that? Is that computers? Those are decks. Is that what this is? Yeah, it's basically kind of like your hardware, if I had to guess, for your computer. Because, hacking, basically, as you get deeper into the missions, you're going to have to get more advanced computers for you to do more advanced kinds of hacking. Their security systems are going to get more and more tight. This guy has guns, mods, and all sorts of stuff. So you can mod out my gun here. Let's see what we can do. You can extend the magazine. You can give me a 45 caliber chamber or a silencer. Ew. I like that. I like a silencer. Alright, let's go done. Let's talk to him again. Let's check out the guns he has. He has a... what is this? A Saburo! Okay, so how much would that cost me? That cost me way too much money. I don't have that kind of money, man. I'm poor. He does not give a shit, that guy. So, as you can see, that we can basically probably get bigger and better guns, though, too, it looks like. Or not. That's the exact same kind of gun. Alright, whatever. But you get the basic idea. You can buy guns, modify them, change them up, basically make them to whatever you like. You have to upgrade your deck. You can also get cybernetic upgrades. Let's see what's over here. I think this is where you get your software for your devices. Who are you, man? Do you have anything to eat, man? I'm freaking starving. Wow. Well, maybe if you stop being such a loser and do something with your life, you wouldn't be starving there, buddy. That's where you get your... you could sell like information that you find. You can also buy new software basically to enhance your hacking. And then this shop down here basically sells you a bunch of equipment like goggles and C4. All the environments are kind of destructible. You can actually blow down walls and stuff. You can get an EMP grenade, a shuriken. Authentic throwing knives from Japan. Careful, they're mad sharp. There's a little bit of humor involved in the game. A little bit of shout outs to other games. I think at one point in time, what was it I read? I forget. There's little Easter eggs and little shout outs to other games. For sure here, guys. So we'll go ahead and do one more mission, and then we'll probably just go ahead and wrap up the game, because I get kind of a basic idea of what to expect in this game. Like I said, it has a lot of cool complexities to it. The stealth, the mission types, it all has a really cool shadow, that cyberpunk feel to it all. It really does a good job of that. I just feel like there's just the graphics kind of hold it back just a little bit, because it's just so hard sometimes to see where where you're moving from. This will be the best example. This particular mission right here. So our mission basically is to break into this building and do a bunch of hacking, basically. That's all it really is you're trying to hack a broadcasting station. We have to avoid the guards at all costs, if at all possible. There's several access points that we can go into. We can try this door, for instance. But we don't have the proper hacking level to do that, so... maybe I upgraded my deck before I came into this mission. I could have been able to possibly hack that. I think I can hack this door, though, right? Sure can. We'll hack that door. We'll try to basically break in through here. Now, these guards are really powerful. They have actually assault rifles. I don't think there's any kind of looting in this game, so you can't really, like, take a gun from a dead guard, unfortunately. Alright, so he spotted me. He's not really reacting to the fact that I'm hacking the door. He's totally okay with it, I guess. Yeah, whatever. He doesn't care. So, like right now, we're basically supposed to sneak through this area as much as possible and, hack these 3 different things in this particular room. But again, this is just where the stealth aspect to it is just not necessarily, like, I'm under this table right now. We'll start hacking this, but I'll still be occasionally spotted, like, from a weird angle. It's just sometimes, I guess that's the best way to describe it. It's just the angles sometimes can kind of screw you in this game. You're not really sure which angle you're going to get spotted from. I mean, I suppose you could probably just use a little bit of common sense. I'm being shot at. Oh! Like right there. I have no idea what I'm being shot at for. Well, we're gonna have to get into a gunfight right here, guys. All right. Did I hit him? Don't think I did. Damn! That guy would not go down. Well, obviously I'm gonna have problems with this particular mission. No one was supposed to die on this particular mission. Whoops. But he spotted me hacking. I don't know how he spotted me hacking. Gosh dang it. Well, it's okay. I don't really care. I'm a freaking cold-blooded hacker murderer now. That's how I roll. I'm just gonna get the hell out of here, though. Where's the door? Right there. Okay. Excuse me. Ow! Do you mind? Alright, so looks like total casualties of 5 was okay. I guess they're totally okay with the death, but they're not okay with, well, I didn't get any penalties, so I actually just got my reward. I got shot in the ass once. Big deal, no big deal. That happens sometimes. But I think that gives you kind of an example of what's... I like this game, but it has issues. They're kind of holding it back a little bit, I think, from being, it's good. It's a good game. It's well designed. There's no really bugs except for that one crash that just happened. But I just think the graphics hold it back a little bit, and the weird angles hold it back just a slightly bit. I think if it were to just a little bit better graphically enhanced, it would be just take it from a good game to a great game, guys. But I mean, it does have a lot of cool features to it, a lot of complexities to it. It's a really cool game. The best part about it is it's completely free, so the guy's not even getting money for it, so I can't really complain too terribly much. So, you know, if you would like this type of game, if you enjoy Cyberpunk games, you have no reason not to try this game yourself. I'm hiding under the table, by the way. There's absolutely no reason not to go ahead and try this game yourself. It's completely freaking free. You have nothing to lose. And it does have a lot of enjoyable aspects to it, and it is a pretty difficult game, all in all. I will not say that it is easy in any way, shape, or form. As far as, like I said, graphics go, I'm okay with it. It's acceptable. It's one-man development team. I can't hold that against him. Music is fine. Controls are just okay. Sometimes, like I said, I get kind of caught on walls on certain objects here and there. It depends on which angle you're looking at things from. You kind of get caught on edges of walls or certain objects here and there. But yeah, I think the game has a lot of replay value. I think that the fact that you kind of approach a lot of different missions in different ways is going to give the game a lot of replay value. You go in guns a-blazing like I just did, or try to do that thing again, that mission again, kind of successfully. That's one thing I will say, you can't repeat missions, which can be a little bit frustrating. You're always kind of moving forward through the storyline. So even if you screw up, you have to either reload a previous save, or, you know, just say screw it and just move along. Which is, you know, okay, it's not a big deal. But yeah, you have those 28 guns, you have hacking, those gadgets, guys, there's 3 factions, there's 3 endings, cybernetic implants, destructible environments, and 30 missions for you to enjoy in this game, guys. It's a pretty cool game, and it's completely free. Did I mention it was free? I think it's free. Completely free. Try it out if you like, guys. I just want to say big thanks to the developer for a chance to check out this title. Big thanks to Rasta for suggesting it to me. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe and share, guys, and I'll keep bringing you awesome indie games, guys. If you really enjoyed this video, maybe consider hitting up that tip jar. If you're feeling generous of heart, all tips go to improving the channel or future giveaways. Till next time, guys, play more indie games.